What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shar. Come here with me. Come here with me. Yeah, you get the picture, honey. Listen, today we're going to talk about how Miss Melody says, I thought we grew past this point, honey. But she thought wrong, honey. She thought wrong, honey. She thought wrong, honey. I thought we grew past this point. Unfortunately, we haven't, honey. So she had to cut the rope, honey. She had to hang them up, honey. She had to cut it down, honey. Chop it down, whatever you wanted, honey. She said, hell to the nah, honey. Hell to the nah. What's up, YouTube? Come through in the chat because I didn't sleep with you last night, honey. Say hello, hit the like button when you get here. Subscribe if you aren't already subscribed because I ain't sleep with you last night, honey. I ain't sleep with you last night. Angela, hi. Welcome to the chat, babes. Welcome to the chat. What's up? What's up? Listen, I finally K-Pope, what's up, babe? You said I'm early in the game now. My comment ain't gonna get missed today, honey. I'm gonna learn how to move around them comments because I know this is too long, honey, and I want to get everybody comments, but I'm gonna learn how to move around after today, honey. Cause I be missing all the comments. I'm like, oh my goodness, all these comments at the bottom, and I gotta jump off, honey. I can't be missing my checkmates, honey. I can't be missing y'all. What's up? Okay, listen, little housekeeping rules. I let a couple more people get in before we jump into the housekeeping rules, honey, because y'all know I got to lay the law in the beginning, honey. I got to lay the law in the beginning. K Pope, how are you, sweetie? How are you? Listen, so I want to know what listen, I'm a big person. Let me just get this out the way. Once you show me who you are, Miss Terry, hi, welcome to the chat, babes. Good morning. I had to get it out the way early, honey, because I'll be back later. As always, honey, 2 times a day is just enough for me, honey. Sometimes I feel like I ain't get all I need to get out, but 3 times is the stretch for me, honey. So I stick with my two, because the weekend I know the kids gonna be more active and I'm gonna have more stuff to do. So I try to give y'all all my loving, honey, all my loving. Pretty brown eyes. What's up, babes? Good morning. You too cute. What's up? Happy Friday. I'm good. How are you, Shar? I'm wonderful. I can't complain. I can't complain, honey. I just wanted to know from that short clip that I posted earlier with Melody in her interview. It was an awesome interview. And I wanted to know, she got to a point where I thought we grew past this point. And I'm paraphrasing because that wasn't her exact words, right? When they talked about the vacation, she says, I thought we'll be able to, get to a point where we was able to have a sit down or he'd be respectful. And she says it was a good vacation. I don't know if it was therapeutic for me, but it definitely was therapeutic for the children, right? Which makes a lot of sense. Which makes a lot of sense. I just want to know. My question would be, like, what would make you think that he would be respectful, right? That he would respect boundaries because he has not done any of that yet, right? So a lot of times we put all our eggs in one basket, right? Or we see people in a light that they have never exhibited before, right? And that's okay. That's Jesus' job, if you ask me, honey. He can think big of us all he wants, honey. But you have to see people for people, and that's another sequence of the equation where we talk about expecting things from people that they never exhibited before. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you? Welcome to the chat, babes. I ain't sleep with you last night. Say it again, Cheryl. Come on through, babe. Come on through. So another portion of that will be we always want to make something out of nothing, right? Or not nothing into something better yet, right? And Martell is the type of person that always talked his way. He got the gift of gab. He got the tongue, and he know how to maneuver his way through the girls, and he know how to get his way, and he know how to be malicious about everything that he does. So my point is, what would make Miss Melody think, okay, this time around, he wouldn't be malicious. He wouldn't be not, he wouldn't be trying to, coerce to her believe that, he's going to change and he don't want to get back together. When has he ever respected her boundaries? When have he ever done that? Mel was keeping hope alive. Lesson learned. Shaking my head. You too cute. Say it again, babe. Say it again. It's absolutely what it was. She had hopes thinking that this man would be respectful, which he never exhibited before. Even while they was get together, you asked me, he was still disrespectful as hell. He was being a good boy and stood with her against Wanda and Cass, but it was fake to get back in the hood. Absolutely, pretty brown eyes. Okay. To get back in the hood, when you saw he didn't want him, he flipped back. Exactly, because it was all fake from the beginning. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened. Once she shut him down at that vacation, that is what allowed him to be a jerk times 10, right? That is what allowed him to be a jerk on the pedestal, okay? That is what allowed him to say he's going to air dirty laundry that don't exist, right? So That should be a lesson for all of us, right? Because I'm a whole woman, 100% woman, right? But I don't let people play in my face. Not only do I not let people play in my face, I don't let people tell me what they have not done. You cannot tell me you're not a cheater when you've been cheating half of the marriage. That's impossible to do for me. You can't tell me that you love me when you done nothing to show me that you love me. That don't even make sense to me, right? You can't tell me that you care about the well-being of our children when you do nothing to better yourself, right? You ain't got no job, a consistent job. You're not consistent with your thoughts or your patterns or nothing like that. So what the hell would make me even put my eggs all into you or invest all into you? I understand as a parent. Excuse me, don't get me wrong and hear me out. I understand as a parent, we want to always do what's going to make our children happy. However, we have to remember that children are just children and they don't understand what's best for us as adults. They don't know what's best for us. Children will tell you to stay with the murderer, okay? It's a hell no for me. If you got bodies and you stashed your bodies, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't need to know, and I dang sure don't need to suck your wee wee because you got bodies stashed, okay? So that's the biggest thing, right? And I had to question myself. Hi, Pamela. Welcome to the chat, babes. Welcome to the chat. Because I ain't sleep with you last night. I ain't sleep with you last night. So we talk about Miss Melody keeping hope alive, honey, when it was a dead road, a dead end, and it should have been dead a long time ago. But she kept stirring and hoping for better results. Unfortunately, Martell is the person that's going to be the same today and yesterday, unless he decide, you know what, I'm a broken individual. I'm a broken vessel. I'm all messed up on the inside. I look good on the outside, but nobody can't do nothing with the outside, right? The inner side has to be great to produce greatness. So until he realized that, again, my famous line is everything you touch will crumble. Anybody that do anything with you will crumble because of you. You are a crumbling crumb, right? So we have to remember that. So when I saw that little piece, she talking about some, I thought we grew past this. And I said, what? Well, how the hell you thought that when he ain't show you nothing? So was it you watching the fake, because I know she watches social media. I don't give a dang on what she say. Okay. She watches social media, right? So I know she watches social media. And I know that she looks at some of them posts and have to look at them like, shoot, he ain't really at no baseball game that he paid for. Shoot, them kids lined up on the military line. I know for sure that she has to look at those videos and say that. So then I would say that you fooled yourself, right? You fooled yourself to believe that something was happening and you knew firsthand that it was not true, right? So, Pretty Brown Eyes says she put her kids' needs in front of her better judgment. She knows now. I bet absolutely. We've all been there. I'm telling you from a place of been there, right? Been there and done that. Oh, the kids don't want. Listen, when I left my kid's dad, my daughter was 2. All she did was sleep up under her dad. That broke my heart. But I had to go, honey. It was time to put the skates on and get the hell up out of there, okay? Because Jesus done called for me. Hell, the other religions done started calling for me, honey. They said, girl, you better go. And I said, I got to go, right? So I already been called. I already been summoned. I already been disrespected. I've already been not loved. I already been taken advantage of. I already been degraded. Anything you could name, this ninja done did it to me, right? So I understand staying for the well-being of the children. Firsthand, I'm that type of chicken. I keep it 100 with my checkmates, right? Anything you want to know, I'm either gonna give it to you raw. I'm gonna be like, I don't want to touch on that right now. Now ain't the season for that, right? But later on, look for it because I'm gonna tell you, right? But I had to get to the point where I was like, okay, she's 2. She doesn't know what the hell is good for Shar. What the hell she know? She 2. And she will find another pillow to huddle up under. Her dad, fat belly, ain't going to do it, right? Her dad ain't laying across this bed no more, okay? So I had to make a conscious decision. Did I keep hitting my hand in a jar, expecting for a different cookie, to grab a different cookie? Absolutely. I did it, right? Right words carry weight. Let me see. Right words carry weight and actions speak louder. Martell is a liar without boundaries. Say it again, Miss Terry. It was like, she set herself up. However, the best thing that could have came from this whole situation, Miss Terry and Pretty Brown Eyes, and the rest of you that's here, listen. The best thing that came from this was the realization that he is the same individual, right? So she did it hoping, that he changed and hoping that he'll be able to be more appreciative to the situation or the circumstances, right? And that he will be able to say, you know what, we're not on that side of the boat anymore. We're on the other side now, and that side isn't together; it's separated, but we're all working for the same well-being of the children, right? So I think that's the best thing that could have came out of that is the fact that she realized, oh hell no, this was a mistake. This was a dumb choice. It's a hell no for me, right? So I just want to know, Miss Melody, if you ever run across this video, I just want to know, what did he do that will make you think? And I heard you say in the video, oh, we always vacation together. Sugar Mama, never had a vacation with her dad and her grandma. Okay, that may be true. And if she never had it, god dang it, she ain't gonna miss it, right? But so that could have been a factor, right? She could have thought, maybe, I want to give Sugar Mama what all the other kids experience. Sugar Mama never had that. Well, Sugar Mama Daddy is a jerk. Sugar Mama Daddy is a sucker, right? He doesn't care about nobody but the well-being of himself. The only thing that he has an agenda of doing is how he's going to get his penis hard and how long it's going to be hard for, and who's going to allow him to put it in, right? That's the only thing that I can think of that he would be good for, because he hasn't showed me a dang on thing. Not that he has to, but since I'm here and I'm listening and I'm looking, honey, I need you to show me something different before I put all my eggs into your basket of Martell. That's a hell no for me. They went on vacation together for TV. Absolutely. Absolutely. They also asked her during that interview, Naomi, stay with me, baby. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Listen, they also asked her, like, did you think your friendships was going to go downhill, because you are this on a producer side? Do you think that and I'm paraphrasing, guys, don't take it word from word. I'm paraphrasing to the contents that we can understand it and keep it 110, right? But, they also asked her, do you think, because you were the producer that you get special treatment? And she's like, nah, it wasn't like that. If I'm in the cast, I'm in the cast. If I'm producing, I'm producing. You know what I mean? I'm bringing the meat to the table. I'm picking this person from the bunch. I'm picking that person from the bunch. I'm doing a whole lot of stuff to bring the heat so we can continue to be fire over here in Huntsville, right? So she says, did you expect did you expect these relationships or these friendships to go the way they did? Melody says, I was surprised, honestly. Why? That tells me that you somehow, again, another incident where you have faith in people that has exhibited nothing. Tisha has been fake from the door. You gave her too many chances from the door. Kimmy has never gave you a solid yes, right? She's never been 100% solid. So why the hell did you give her a chance? Why? These husbands resemble the husbands of the individuals. They resemble your husband. So why the hell would you trust them? I just need to know why. I just need why. He saw that beach house and that G Wagon and all the money she was spending, the chef, and got jealous and instantly went to court to try and take her kids. Absolutely. That's exactly what happened. That's my next card, Pretty Brown. I'm going to claim that in the name of Jesus, honey. I want that G Wagon, honey. Miss Melody looking sexy in it. I'm like, hey, I could do the same dang on thing. Y'all know I done lost 40 pounds, honey. Don't play with me. I'm coming through, okay? When I get it, I'm claiming it for June, okay? June of this year. Yeah, I'm claiming it for June. So let's just speak it into existence, honey. I want that car, honey. I want it. I'm gonna look fabulous, honey. And don't let me put a 6 inch on with it, honey. I'm gonna make it do what it do. Okay. But back to the content, guys. Listen. That's exactly what happened. And a lot of times people get stuck on what we have, and ain't nobody gonna get that like me. That was mine. She think he gonna be giving it. It's not your job. When a person is done with you, they done. And it ain't a dang on thing you can do about it. If y'all notice, both Mel and Martell camera time was, let me see, was shrinking due to them not waiting wanting to film together. I did notice that, and the show was very boring until they got together. Okay, I did, Naomi, because I'm not interested in a Tiffany, not a Tisha, not a Kimmy, none of them. I did notice that because it was nothing more for them to talk about. We see Mel famous or fashionable, part of her every day on social media. What the hell do we need to watch the show for? Because really, her heat, and this is another thing to it, Naomi, and I'm gonna jump off of it, right? Another thing to it is she it's going to be hard as hell to get people to see her in another light from Martell. So she's going to have to do the work. Okay. We know her as the once married to Martell. We know her as overcoming a divorce, right? Now we know her as being an advocate for broken woman that's been, abused in any kind of sort and recovering from that. So that part will always be a part of her testimony. But the other part of it, now she has to somehow shift that. And only how she could do that, although there's no rush, is to one, start dating again, or two, start filming with him again, which I don't think is safe nor in the best interest for anybody, honey. I don't think it's safe. She doesn't get special treatment just like Mariah didn't get special treatment on Married to Medicine. Absolutely not. She said that. She says, no, I don't get special treatment. If I'm acting as a cast member, it's what it is. We're going full throttle. And that's exactly what she said, which I can respect the hustle. Listen, ain't no special treatment. We're going to do this thing the way we prep for it. You know what I mean? So I can dig it. Pamela Parker says rumor producers convinced her to invite him. Cause she asked for time off. What? I think I heard that, Pamela. I think I heard that. Tanja, hi, babes. Welcome to the chat. Cause I ain't slept with you last night, girl. You were right about a parent's view of Tank's action. Um, Absolutely. Tandra, I can stay on that parent thing for a long time. I can share a whole bunch of stories with you guys for a long time. My oldest is 19 years old. I've started early and ended early. I know what a child can do. I know what they purposely do. I know where they try to play with your feathers. I know when they know that you're vulnerable, so they start messing with you, try to play the parents against each other. Honey, we can stay right there. I got time, honey. Claim it, honey. Miss Terry, it's mine, baby. It is mine. I don't know if it's gonna be white, honey, because I don't get my car washed as often as I need to. So I'm gonna stay away from the white, honey. But I'm gonna do it, honey. And I might have to put a pair of red bottoms on with it. We're gonna have to see, Miss Terry. We're gonna have to see. Tamika says, "Hey, Shar and chat. What's up, babes? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat." Melanie was very careful in her chat not to mention the elephant in the room. Absolutely, absolutely. I can understand why. I don't think you heard her say on that interview, shoot, I had to call my therapist up and says, look, you better stop this train because if you don't stop this train, I'm about to go retard on this ninja head, okay? I'm about to go live and air all the dirty laundry. So which way you want to handle this? Do you want me to sit on this couch and be professional and cry to you, or you want me to get real ghetto? Okay, that's what she said. Do we want to get gangster Huntsville or what? Because y'all know she got it in her, honey. She said, I had to call the therapist, honey, because somebody got to calm me down, honey, because I'm about to go full throttle on this ninja. Okay, definitely needs to start dating again. Absolutely. She said that in the interview. If you guys heard the interview, I finally got a chance to listen to it. But she said that she was dating. But because she's been with Martell for so long, she didn't realize that dating came in the sequence that it came in. That you dating doesn't automatically mean you're with somebody. Doesn't automatically mean that you're going to be together with this person. And that you shouldn't be dating just one person. You should date multiple people. She said, wait a minute, that's a lot of work to be dating multiple people. Remember when multiple people were? Oh, child, I took a break. That's what she said, which I thought it was very, very funny. But also, it made a lot of sense. Dating in general is work. So you have to be in the right headspace to slow it down a little bit to get to know somebody else, to bring somebody else into your space. You know what I mean? That takes a lot of work. So I think that's a hand clap for her. Back the hell up, because if she didn't back up and she knew she wasn't ready, she probably would have ended up with another Martell, just a different shade, honey. We know all about it, honey. We know all about it. Melanie needs to keep away from Martell because you can't give him a crumb. Say it again. Say it again. He doesn't deserve the dog food, honey. He doesn't deserve it. She has to. I know that, biblically we're supposed to make sure that we are acting and moving in a spirit of kindness and peace and loving and caring. Okay, that's all true. However, God did not tell us to lay down and be nobody's doormat. God did not tell us to lay down and be nobody's foolish dummy. Okay, he told us to speak for ourselves and be an advocate for ourselves, honey. It ain't biblical. That's just basic knowledge. And he gave that to us for free, honey. Stop playing. So I don't understand why she would lay down willingly. She don't have to argue because that may not be everybody's thing. But call an ace a ace and a spade a spade. Say what you mean, honey. Say what you mean. Oh, Kara, what's up, babe? Welcome to the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Greetings. Oh, Kara, that's what Tanja said. Cheryl says, Char, how would a 9-year-old know how to write down a debit and CVV and expiration date if somebody didn't teach him? Miss Cheryl, let me tell you this. I know yesterday we talked very briefly on it. We did a whole live on it. What I didn't realize, because I've always go back and listen and watch the comments and stuff, so I don't miss anything. What I didn't realize, Cheryl, was that he wrote down the CVV codes. That is taught. Who it was taught by, I don't know. But I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to take it 200%. That was a taught thing. That wasn't just I'm going to write down, because most children would have just rolled down the numbers at 9 years old. They're not going to think, what's the CVV code? Okay. They're not going to do that. So I agree with you, Cheryl. Somebody did ask for it. Who it was, I don't know. But somebody definitely told him what to get. So y'all know I went back and did my little, because y'all had some great points yesterday. I couldn't let y'all railroad me like that, honey. Although y'all was very respectful, like, Cheryl, look, stop playing, sis. You know it was him. You know he was behind the scenes. I was like, say what? No, y'all couldn't be. Who, me? Okay, so y'all had to whip me back into the shape, honey. Char, get with the program, babes. Get with the program. She needs to air him out and get him Let me see, and get on his petty level. Only way to get him out, stand down, cold 10. Exactly. She needs to air them out. I don't care if she does it in her heels, her dress, her nice wigs. I don't give a dang on what she do. But and she don't even have to do it publicly. You know what I mean? She can actually go knock on the door. Okay, I'm paying you a visit. What's up? You know what I mean? Like I think we should have a conversation. Let's get real down and dirty and be honest. You know what I mean? So Naomi, it's possible, honey. She gonna have to lay the law down, honey. She gonna have to put him on the stretcher and send him to the emergency room, and not physically send him to the emergency room, honey. She's gonna have to mentally send him to the emergency room so the doctors could check on him when she's done with him, honey. Because that's the kind of stretch he needs. Absolutely. Tamika says, "God ain't say be stupid." She needs to stay away from him as much as possible. Say it again. He didn't say lay down to be nobody doormat, honey. He said hell to the nah. That's what he said, honey. Queen to you. Hey, boo, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Because we ain't sleep with you last night. In the nail shop listening to you. Happy Friday, girl. Get cute, honey. Get cute, because you know I made me a hair appointment for tomorrow, honey. Because I got to get the sewing in, honey. I got to get it together, honey. I said it's a hell to the nah, honey. These kids always come before me, but not tomorrow, honey. It's a me thing, honey. Yes, I understand it, honey. Get cute with it. And then come on in the chat. Say it again, boom. Have fun. Enjoy your days. Days are precious. Minutes are precious. Seconds are precious. We don't always see them. We don't know if we're going to wake up tomorrow morning. So live every life with some love, some kind, and some great spirits. You know what I mean? This is your bubble. You the only one get to pop it. Live it, baby. Live it. So enjoy your Friday as well, Queen to you. Let's see. Tanja, at Cheryl, how where I see where you are coming from. Okay. Okay, Shara, that's why I said believe Martell asked. Yes, you did, Tamika. You know, I went back and I went through everybody's comments after the live. I put the live chat back on so I can go back and listen. I looked at everybody's comments, even the ones that I didn't get a chance to read out loud. So if you ever think that I'm not seeing them, I do go back and I watch. So if you slide up in here and say something slick at the end, I'm sorry, you're called and you may be blocked by the time you come back tomorrow. Okay, so I do see every single thing. I'm a nosy blogger, honey. Whether you don't see me or you do, I am nosy. So don't think. I just saw a little slight little disagreement in the chat, but you know what? Y'all handled that well. So because you handled it well and you kept it cute, I ain't feel like I needed to block nobody. I just said, okay, this is going in the right direction. Everybody has some key points. Did I agree with both? Nope. But y'all had key points. So I just put the heart on it. It is what it is, honey. It is what it is. But yeah, you said believe Martell asked him to do it. Cause think about it, he don't want no one else around his kids, right? Exactly, Tamika. You had a really good point, and somebody was saying, just try to leave the kids out. Let me make this clear. You know what I mean? I want to say this in the most respectful way to anybody. Cause a lot of my chat, some of my chat are older, and I want to always be respectful, right? But I'm not. Have y'all ever heard me talk about the children in a negative light? I wouldn't want that for my own children. I wouldn't even encourage that. I would tell you, you have to get the hell out of my chat. Now, if we're making reference to the children, that's our business, and we get to, okay? We get to do that, because sometimes you got to bring it in so you can get the full gist of what we're saying, right? So we're not trying to humiliate any of the children. That's never the goal. And if in a moment that we do, I'm very connected to Jesus, that Jesus will pull me by my hand and say, you know what, Shar, you was a little bit too far going, honey. You're going to have to come on back to the track because you hanging off the bridge right now, right? And then I could respect that and I'll come back to my checkmates and say, you know what, checkmates, I was bugging. I was tripping. I involved those kids too much. We're going to keep it, a little lower next time. We're going to be a little bit more respectful. So that's just that. I just wanted to side note that because I see everything, honey. I see everything. That's the bond. What's up, babes? What's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. She spoke on it this morning. What the car info was for. That's what she said. I'm interested to know. I didn't see it. Plenty of 6 to 7 years old do that. These kids are hella tech. Yes, they is, honey. My daughter be showing me all types of stuff, honey, because I can. You right about it, Naomi. Airing him out won't work. No, it won't, because he'll just come back with something else that he done made up or found to be true only in his head. You right about it. Okay. Um, Mel was on live just now. She was highlighting how to parent with the situation with Tank. Oh dang, I missed it. Okay, wow. Ignoring him and cutting him off. I'm out of her personal space is the best, which I think she's doing a very good job at it right now, honey. Unless there's some side activity we don't know about. They can't do that long as they're filming Love and Marriage in Huntsville. That's true. That's true. They got to have some sort of connection. Um, At Tangent. Okay, you guys are saying thank you. It had nothing to do with Martell. She had a conversation with Tank and he needed things for his video game. Sounds about right, O'Care. That's what we said yesterday. We just wasn't sure. You know what I mean? Because kids are clever. And once she went out and brought him the games, the contact clue says that why would you buy him games if you didn't know what he wanted it for? So although we missed that part of the conversation based on what she posted, context clues always point to. And if he ended up getting the games, obviously he said, "Mom, I wanted this for the game." How he know about the CVV code? Listen, I don't know, honey, but it makes perfectly good sense, Sandra. We have to keep in mind that those are her children, and she doesn't need anyone to question her parenting. True fact, Tanja. True. Palm Tree 713. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. He learned the car information. Let's see. Wait a minute. He learned the car info from when they ordered from Sheen. That's what they were saying yesterday. Palm Tree. That's what they were saying, honey. He probably just, like, okay, she could order, I could order too, honey. That's probably what happened, honey. Because kids are clever and they do come up with anything. See, I could swing any way and be realistic about any kind of way. That's why yesterday I gave a list of scenarios. I said, look, it could be this way, it could go that way. It could have just been him just being a kid. Or mom got all this stuff for this card number. I gotta use the same card numbers. Kids will do the craziest things. I said yesterday, I read somebody else thing. They said their daughter done donated to a nonprofit organization, honey. They done spend a whole bunch of money on the welfare organization, honey. They done sent her t-shirts. How she found out, honey, that this baby done donated her money to the well organization, honey. I said, I'm sorry to laugh, honey, but this is funny as hell, honey. Out the mouth of babes. They will do it, honey. They will do it. There's the bomb. He wanted games online. Okay. Inspires. Hi, welcome to the chat. Happy Friday. What's up, peeps? What's up? Tamika says she needs to leave the show and possibly get her own. Still having to deal with him in any capacity doesn't help her. Absolutely not. And I believe that that's going to be in the works. Mark my words. I believe she's going to get too big for Huntsville and she's going to go and flop her wings somewhere else. I absolutely believe that. The CVV code is asked for online. Absolutely it is. But I think the comment, Des, don't quote me, but I think because I'm not the person that wrote the comment, I'm just trying to come from I think the CVC code was asked because some kids don't know what it is. When people ask for CVV code, it's like, what? What's that? The three numbers on the back of the card, or on the front of the card, depending on what card you got. You know what I mean? So I think that's where they were coming from. Cheryl says exactly, Tangent. Okay, she also mentioned that custody case is still ongoing. No winners as of yet. Keep praying. Oh wow. Okay, cool. That's what's up. Could be why he's so quiet, honey. He like, I ain't got nothing to say, honey. This don't look like it's going in my favor, honey. It don't look like it. Vanity, I believe it's a miserable bloggers being messy with their videos title saying that fans were dragging Melody in the comments when in fact the fans were sharing their concerns. Vanity, I saw that. I'm not gonna say where I saw that because I want to keep the keep peace. That's my job to keep the peace, honey. But Vanity, I saw that and I said, oh well, I didn't see that. Where anybody was dragging her. Listen, YouTube, and I'm going to be as honest as possible. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram is a cutthroat world, right? That's why y'all see those white hearts, right? I can't keep stressing that enough. You're not going to keep hearing me say it enough. You see those white hearts because in the moment that we would just get too far fetched, the white heart is a reminder to come on, sis, bring it back. Bring it back, sis. You hanging. Come on, come on, come on, come on back over here. Anybody ask you to cross that street and you all the way over there on the other side of the street, honey. That's what that white heart resembles. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it's a cutthroat world, right? And you have to be who you are by yourself. And I mean this for any upcoming blogger, for anybody that's even bigger than me. You know what I mean? I mean that. You have to be careful of what you choose or your title to be because you're going to be held accountable for that. You notice a lot of my comments says suggest. It's like it's not true, but this is what I got from it. I could be wrong. I could be right. But we have to be also careful that we're not doing anything to get the story because we're going to be accountable for the humiliation that we chose to put somebody through willingly or unwillingly. I can't stress that enough. I'm not perfect. I am a blogger. I'm going to record what I see. You know what I mean? It may be messy. It may be a drag session. That may be true. But I'm not going to willingly go out there and try to twist people words. Like who the hell? I'm not twisting your words. I don't got time for that. You know what I mean? So I didn't see nothing unless I'm seeing something different, Vanity, that people was trying to drag Melody for the, for her sharing this. Would I have done it publicly? Absolutely not. But like I said, y'all hit me up. My brain didn't even go where y'all went yesterday. My brain stopped right there, like, oh, that's a nice lesson. Like, that's a good, like I couldn't even phantom that far along. So we have to be careful of what we try to drag people through for the content, if that makes sense, Vanity. Pretty Brown Eye says sometimes those scammers post as kids in wait a minute, as kids in the online gaming and tell kids how to get the CC information. Pretty Brown Eyes, that's a really good point, and I never really even thought about that either. But you making sense, babes. You making sense. We are all natural born sinners. Absolutely. The children are little growing people with their freedom of choice. Absolutely. They are, honey. And one of the things is that God hold us accountable for what we know and not what we don't know. So the idea is if you don't know, let me teach you so you can do better. But once you start knowing, now you're now held accountable for what you know and you made the choice not to, right? So it's our job to take their hand and pop their hand and say, no, no, no. Don't you try me or try it, because they do need a little pop on the hand. Did you try to put your hand in my pocketbook? Did you try to order something that you ain't supposed to? Come on in my office. Let's have a conversation. Because see, that's not what we're going to do, right? So we do definitely have to do things accordingly. Your way may not be my way, but now I would not have rewarded him. However, what she chose to do doesn't make her wrong at all. She just chose to do it like that. He wouldn't have gotten it that day. I would have took him back like a week later, like, okay, see, now look, you asked and this is the end result. That's the way I would have did it. But again, the way she did it, I'm not going to say she was wrong. Like I said, I ain't see nothing wrong with what she did so far, honestly. Crystal Sutton says, since 6 years old, my grandson has been you. What? Wow, look at that. That's a little light to the chat, honey. Since 6 years old, my grandson has been using my car with permission. Kids know what CVV codes is. I believe it. I believe it. I'm sure I can get my baby girl in here to tell how she knew it, honey. And she'll tell you from A to Z how she know. She's very intelligent with this stuff. Miss Ann, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Ann. Fans definitely were making polls on FB about Mel's parenting. And Naomi, I didn't feel like it was that deep. I could be wrong, and maybe I missed something because I'm not that invested, right? But I could be wrong, but nobody content is wrong. I'm just saying that we have to be careful of what we try to make, trying to change something in the narrative. Sometimes that's just whack and corny. Hell on out of here, honey. Hell on out of here. Miss Ann says bloggers are going to use uh let me see. Let me see. Bloggers are going to use what is it? Provocative titles for their posts. Some of them. Absolutely, Miss Ann. And that's okay. It has to be catchy. That's what I've learned through this whole season. And God has been faithful to me. You guys have been faithful to me. I wouldn't be where I am if somebody didn't entrust in me. So they're supposed to be catchy. However, just make sure you're not twisting the truth, right? So say for instance, if it's Mel's dating again, right? Don't make it as uh Mel's back out there in the dating world. Just say she checking the world out or something of that nature, which makes it less crazy than actually saying she's dating on dang on well she's not out there dating, right? So you can spin it how you want to. Just make sure you're not saying she's a hoe when she's actually a mother, right? So it's two different things in the way you gotta word it. And you just gotta be careful. Cause like me, I like to sleep. I would sleep 24 hours a day if you let me, right? So, but I'm not going to willingly drag anybody where I can't rest my head. It's not worth it. I don't care what kind of money that YouTube is paying. I just can't do that. I can't. I saw that as well. AC Wilson, welcome to the chat, babes. Welcome to the chat. What you saying? Because I ain't sleep with you last night. I ain't sleep with you last night. Crystal says she said she has turned in all the requested items that were asked of her, but she can't be the only one that complies. Absolutely, which means he is not doing his job, honey. That's what she's saying, honey. That's what she's saying. J20 says, Shar, I'm in attendance, honey. What's up? What's up, Jay? What's up? Vanity says, I believe it was that messy title that triggered Melody. She is still healing and very sensitive. Absolutely. And again, we have to be careful because we don't want to be held accountable for that. If I can't rest my head at night, it's a hell no for me, honey. It's a hell no. I see it a lot at Miss Ann. Let's see. At Crystal, he did the same thing when he filed for divorce. He kept doing things on this terms to drag it out to wear her down. Absolutely. It's very draining. Mentally, physically, emotionally. It's all of that. But like I said, he's dragging it out because he don't want her to change her name completely yet, right? Because she can't do it until the court case is closed, right? So she He knows that, and then he's also dragging it out because he knows that if he got all these type of emotions going on in her, he somehow think that he's winning, although he's not. So he figured I'll keep making her upset by dragging it on and doing this and prolonging that so that I can still have a piece of her. At least he feels like he do. But he doesn't know that it's not his battle. It was never his battle, right? Because God has showed us that he done fought this battle from his Melody, no matter how he want to pit it, right? I don't care how he want to spin it. I don't care what he want to say. It's a hell no, Martell. You already lost this battle because you're doing it behind an ill intent. That's where the dynamics of this change. Let's just per se that everything that he was saying was true. She had 24 babysitters. The kids was dirty. Just say, because people like to take a little snippet of your life and not tell the truth. So when you post something to mine, honey, you're gonna have to tell the truth and speak facts behind it, honey. So my checkmates don't have to come in your chat and check you and say, Shar didn't say it like that. So let's just say that everything that he was saying was true. 24 babysitters, the kids was dirty, this, that, and the third, right? Still in all, there's a way to handle that where you ain't have to drag her in court. It's a connection thing. He feels like he's losing the control right now. So he's going to keep poking as closely to the connect as possible that so he can get some electricity running through her bones. And that's where he think he got her at right now. So I really like the way she really don't respond to him because it's allowing his electricity to die off, right? So he had to keep trying to power himself up through different type of power sources, right? Whether it's the internet, whether it's charade, whether it's coleslaw, his power sources that he thought at some point was going to work has failed miserably. So now he's trying to power himself out through all these other things he got going on, right? So we have to watch closely to what's going on. He's losing the battle whether he wants to or not, unfortunately. Inspire says the children pay attention to everything. My 5-year-old grandson changed what? Tell him to come teach me how to do it, honey. Inspire says he done changed my account. Where he go from Wells Fargo to PNC? What he do, Inspire? I'm sorry, but it is so cute when these babies figure it out. And hell, we be struggling trying to figure this stuff out. They be like, I got you, grandma. I got you. I got you, dad. Don't my daughter be like, move out the way. I got it. Honey, listen, these kids is smart, honey. Okir says someone had a poll concerning Mel share situation with Tane. I didn't see the poll, but I heard about it. And it's you just got to be careful. I'm a person. I'm a man of my. I mean, I'm a woman of my word. You know what I mean. And I don't want to hurt nobody willingly. That's never my intentions, honey. And when somebody go through something like a divorce are hurtful. They're sick. They're nasty. They're disgusting. They cut through. Honey, they hurt enough. We got to be careful. We have to be careful. You know what I mean? So we have to remember that while we're being bloggers. Oh, I'm going to give you the tea, but I'm also going to make sure that I protect my peace and make sure that I can lay my head on the pillow at night because I love to sleep, honey. I love to sleep. Sure, I was dating a guy that had a daughter and I caught the daughter writing down the numbers of my house. What? I know her mother told her pretty brown eyes. What you saying, honey? What you saying? The daughter done rolled down the house numbers? I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been there, honey. I had some stepkids, honey. Let me tell you. I was like, what's her name, honey? What's her name? They was trying to figure it out, honey. They couldn't tell me, but honey, I wanted to know. They knew her name was a something with an S, honey. And they told me the girl name, honey. But they gave me as much information as they wanted. Yeah, her mama told her, get her address. If your daddy pull up to anybody's house that ain't mine, get her address because we're gonna go over there together. Cause your daddy ain't got no business with no other girlfriend. Straight chicken. I've been there, pretty brown eyes, honey. What your daddy doing, honey? Y'all was at some other girl house, honey? They was laying the law because they love me, honey. They was telling, honey. I even had my kids ask them where they was at last night. Thank God that season of my life is over with, honey. It's done. I just feel Martell. I have a history of coaching and questioning them about Melody. That's the only reason why I feel that way. But the viewers have a point too. Absolutely, Miss Cheryl. I love the two-sided way. You know what I mean? I love when we can agree to disagree, right? And none of us are Jesus himself, so we'll never know the truth. You know what I mean? And we're not a fly on their wall, so we definitely don't know what conversations was had or what was the intentions behind it. But we could just hope for the best, and that's just all. There are people who hate Mel just as much as others love her. People like who they like, and that's okay. Their perception a lot of times is based on how they feel about that person. Absolutely. Absolutely, J28. At Pretty Brown Eyes, I call them little spies. They get information sometimes without their parents telling them. They like to report. Yes, the little reporters with the newspaper, honey. They reporters. Rod Daniels, hi, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Why doesn't Martell just leave her alone? He's stalling because he's waiting to see if his wine sells. Okay, he said he needs a power source, honey. He needs something to fall back on, honey. He's stalling, honey. Yes, Tanja says, Cheryl Howard, I am with you on that. I think Melanie knows. Absolutely. Kathy, hi, good morning, babe. I ain't sleep with you last night. What's up, checkmate? What's up? J28 says, good afternoon, Kathy. Pretty Brown Eye says, yes, Tanja. But the mother put the little girl up to do that. Me and her dad talked about it. So part of me feels that Tank dad could have had something to do with getting Melody's info. Absolutely. And let me throw this in there, Pretty Brown Eyes. This is my piece of it. I don't believe that Tank will tell his mom that Martell made him do it. If that's the case, I'm not saying that it is, because he's really, really afraid of Martell. And that's just the bottom line. He's not going to give, he's more afraid of Martell than Melody, because Melody just has a pleasant spirit, right? I don't believe that he would tell his mom that. If he made him do it or write it down, he is going to make up all types of stories because he's scared to go back to that military line. That's my opinion, and that's allegedly, honey. That's just what I feel. At Tanja, he knows for grilling. Let me see. He known for grilling those children. Exactly, Cheryl. I just said it before I even read your comment. For drilling those children about Mel's business. Absolutely. J28 says, what's up? Hello, Sharon Chat. Angelique, welcome to the chat. Babes, welcome to the chat. What's up, babes? What's up? Um, let's see. I'm gonna get to all of y'all comments because y'all know I got time. Good afternoon, J28. That's what Kathy said. Hello, Angelique. Kathy said. Jay says, Happy Friday, Angelique. Okay, you guys are all speaking. You guys are all the best, honey. Dislike seeing it dragged out like this is just nerve-wracking. Absolutely, Kathy, it is for all of us. You know what I mean? It's like, do it really have to go this far? Do it really have to be dragged out to this extent? Could y'all have handled it a little bit better? You know what I mean? This is like dragged out. I don't know now, like if it's coming to a point where like they like this kind of attention, or is it coming to a point where there's nothing you can do about the man that you had children by. Unfortunately, we don't know these people until we break up with them. They get all crazy and retarded, flatten your tires, bust the windows out. They'll meet you at the job, honey, waiting at the back door for you, honey. Put the gun to your head, honey. Listen, I listen. Sometimes these jokers be crazy, honey, and you be like, "Dang, I was married to you. You ain't never shown me this side." They be like, "B, you don't know me, honey. You don't know." Nope, I sure don't, honey. I sure don't. But at this time, I'm gonna run, honey, and make flight. And you better see if you can catch me, because I'm out, honey. I am out. I know you know what you're talking about. Yeah, Pretty Brown Eyes, she do. Mel made a follow-up video clarifying things. Miss Ann, that's what they were saying. Um, Des the Bomb says exactly. Cheryl Howard, and I feel this way about Martell because he stole from her before, and it's not so far fetched. It's absolutely not. It speaks him. It looks like him. It could be him. We just don't know. We're missing that point of, could it? Is it actually him? Right. So that's the piece of it that we're missing. But it actually smells like him. I agree with you 110%. For me to believe he has a master plan to try to steal more. Absolutely. He's struggling out there in them streets, honey. We don't know what degree he would go to, honey. He is struggling. Thanks, Miss Ann. I seen one. I don't wait a minute. Let me try to back it up. Thanks, Miss Ann. I seen one. I don't know which one. Okay, I got you on. It was short. I'm with you. I'm with you. Oker says Mel don't want anyone speaking anything negative on her kids. People were comparing Tank writing down the numbers in his father's ATM situation. She told those persons to shut up. Oh, really, Oker? I never heard the ATM situation until yesterday, and I was like, "What?" I saw it, but I don't jump into it because I don't repeat things that people say. I have to know it for myself, honey. But I can understand what she's saying. You know what I mean? She like, don't put those spirits over here on my son, honey. My son is a different breed, honey. He ain't nothing like his father, honey. He ain't nothing like his father. I can understand that too. She said, "Shut the hell up. Don't put that over here on my son. His daddy is a joke to society, honey, and my son is with the shiz not eat. So don't be trying to compare them, honey. They two different worlds. I could dig it, okay? I could dig it." I honestly believe Martell is telling those kids that they want the family back together, but their mom does not. Absolutely, he is. Well, hands down, J28, he is. So he's making them feel like he's fighting to put them back together. Exactly. And kids aren't smart enough to articulate their dad's a liar and he's very conniving. You know what I mean? I believe that J28, it's happening. Miss Ann says, however, I still don't agree with her posting that. I am and will continue to support her. Absolutely, Miss Ann. I don't think I would have either. But I think in a moment she wasn't thinking, because I wasn't thinking when I read it. Honestly, I don't think she thought it was going to go this far. I think she was thinking it was going to be a lesson. That's what I thought it was when I posted the content. That's my honest to God truth. So I don't think she thought it was going to be like, yo, why you airing your son out like this? You know what I mean? That was a moment of him just learning, you don't write down people's stuff and you don't do this even if it was for a game and you shared it with the whole world. But I can also understand not even thinking that far ahead because I wasn't there, Miss Ann. I wasn't there, honey. Thanks, J28. Same to you. He is definitely doing that. You know it, Tanja. You know it. Thank you, Angelique. The children are the only thing that Marty can use to provoke her at this point. Absolutely. He knows that that's the last thing, honey. If that don't work, honey, we might be planning somebody's home going, honey. We don't know. But you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Like you said, Shar, he's a sucker. That's why he's so let me see. He's so what is it? Vengeful. Laugh out loud, but he's going to get his triple. And cry. Y'all gonna twist me up with these words, Kathy. Y'all done told y'all I be tongue twisted with my S, my T's, honey. Look, quadruple fold. I'm with you, honey. I'm with you. I'm with you, Kathy. Thank you. Yes, he's gonna get all this coming his way. Just stand back and watch, honey, cause it's coming, and we ain't gonna have to push nobody's button. We ain't gonna have to, do anything to get the info, honey. It's gonna fall right on our laps, honey. 60 in the chat. Y'all hit the like button. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed, honey, cause I ain't sleep with you last night. I ain't sleep with you last night. Yelling at the kids promotes the lie because kids are afraid of what will happen to them. Talking to them allows them to accept accountability, learn what not to do. Absolutely, Crystal. I agree 110%. I'm a talker, so I naturally talk off the rip. I don't really hit them, but they need to be knocked the hell down. I will. Don't get it mixed up at all. But I'm always a talker first. Now, if it keep happening, okay, we gotta take another form of discipline. But I'm naturally a table talker, so I always want to talk something out, honey. My kids always say, "Mom, you think you're a counselor?" Listen, if you want to talk it out, we gotta find out what's behind this behavior, honey. Yes, we do. The Bible tells us to be as children. They don't hold grudges and are very forgiving. The kids don't understand the magnitude of what he has done and can't understand why she won't go back. Absolutely, at Tangent. That's true, J28. It's true. They don't understand that. I told y'all for myself, that's exactly what my kids did. They thought we belonged together until I had to sit them down and says, your dad's a loser. What the hell are you talking about? And then they understood, like, really, mom? Okay, we're not gonna ask y'all to be back together. No, no, it's a hell no for me. You know what I mean? So I definitely understand that, J28. Butler, hi, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Hi, Shar. Finally, I caught your live. Love you. Keep up the amazing work you're doing. Appreciate you, boo. Right back at you. Sending love, honey. Sending love. That Jersey love, honey. That Jersey love. Des the bomb. I choose to believe what the person themselves say, whether it's true or not. We drew our own conclusions based on how we think. It can be too much. True facts. It really can. It really can. Keep in mind from how Melody handled that divorce, meaning she knows he's dumb, he's dumb and she is 6 steps ahead of him. Absolutely. Wait, where'd it go? Absolutely. Tangent. She knows he's stupid. She was with him all this time, so I'm sure she pulled the wool over his eyes a lot of times, honey. She knows she's dealing with dumb doorknobs, honey. That's who she dealing with, honey. That's who she dealing with. Yes, I agree. At Crystal, yelling only leads to confusion and hurt feelings, forgetting the real topic. Absolutely, Kathy. Absolutely. Miss Ann says, my concern is this is the child is in school and he has unnecessarily have to deal with this stuff. I didn't even go that far, Miss Ann, but you're right. They have to deal with enough stuff as just being, children in general. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, they've been dragged into a divorce that they didn't ask for. So we have to really keep that stuff in mind too. I'm with you, Miss Ann. I'm with you, babes. Um, I feel lost trying to see what's going on. I'm going to come back on the replay. I'll see everyone later. I'm going to go back to bed. Angelique, okay, babe, catch it up, babe. We be here. I'm gonna keep it up there. I feel the posting could have been strategic. Hey, Tanja, I didn't even go that far, but I'm with you. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Pretty Brown Eye says maybe she posted it to let his dad know she caught him writing it down. That's what I said yesterday. Pretty Brown Eyes. The post had a dual meaning. Absolutely. Pretty Brown Eyes. I said that yesterday. It was a reason why she posted it. I think she wanted him to see if you did try it. I don't have no proof, just like we don't have no proof. I don't have no proof, but if you told him to do it, I call him because I'm that one step ahead of you, and God already told me it was going to happen before it happened. That's a good point, Pretty Brown Eyes. I said it yesterday. I would not have to post it either. It's too much to get too many different people's opinion. Everything is not for social media. Sorry, I'm a little older. Des the bomb. To say it again. I wouldn't have posted it, but to each their own. If it works for her, go for it. You know what I mean? But because Tank has already taken the camera and recorded them on vacation, honey, he's well into these streets of YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and whatever else social media site we don't know about or we don't use or have access to. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have posted it either because he could open it up and see a blogger mentioning it and be like, hey, what's this? And be more humiliated. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Kathy says, right, Mel always tries to have a teachable moment with the kids so folks can stop the beating and yelling. Absolutely. Mel explains it well in her new post. She said it went over our heads. I think so, Pamela. I really believe so. That's why we just talked about, yesterday we talked about all different ways it could have went. Well, we all had our own opinion, but absolutely, we just got to be careful where we put our lips at. We don't want to hurt nobody willingly, right? If we're doing it and we don't know, that's something different. But when we do it and we purposely change those words around, that's a problem. You know what I mean? Tamika Williams says, but he has them going out to eat with Sheree. His math ain't matching. Absolutely not. He wants her to look like the bad person. Absolutely. And the concern would be you worried about some change because you worry about how many women you had them sit across the table from, not explaining who the people is, why they got to meet everybody that you sticking your thing in, because you do that. So your math ain't matching. You know what I mean? You got your priorities mixed up. You worrying about change and what a kid want to do and what the kid want to pretend to be and the dreams and all imagination that the kid want to run versus him sitting across from the table from everybody you screw with. Come on, bro. Get the hell on out of here. Come on. She said that she has turned in all the paperwork to court that she was asked to turn in. Marty has not. And he won't, Miss Ann, because he's going to drag it along. He don't even got nothing to turn in. He just wanted to go ahead and see how else can I get under her skin. At pretty exactly. Tangent says, thank you, Sharp, for reading and working our comments into your content. For sure. I love the comments, honey. I love the comments. I got to say what I gotta say in the beginning, then y'all can have the rest of the chat because I just gotta get you guys, your mind going, honey. And then we're gonna go from the comments because you know what time it is. Okare says she said it a lesson and she always shared those teachable moments with us. Don't speak negative things on your children. That is not how she was raised. For sure. Okay, Cheryl says, I agree, Tanja. Thank you, Pretty Brown Eyes. J28T says to discipline means to teach. She chose to teach him to correct the correct way to get what he wanted. Imagine how the father would have responded. That's what I said yesterday, J28, to the same scenario. Honey, let me tell you something. He probably would have came home with a black eye. That's all allegedly and none of my business. But that's exactly what I said yesterday. Girl, he would have shut it down. You hear me? He would have beat that kid up allegedly, honey, because he looked like he got anger that's hitting in his shoes, hitting in his pants, honey, hitting in his little broad shoulders, honey, hitting onto his hat, honey. Anger just all over the place, honey. So that's exactly what I said. He would allegedly, and then that's what I think about. I think about the protection and all this, right? So even if Martell didn't send him, right? Excuse me, if Martell didn't send him, right, and he rolled these numbers down, right, and he would have went to Martell house. Good thing Melody called him before he did it at Martell house. If Martell was not the sender, right? Because if he would have did it at Martell house, he probably was going to try to break his fingers or something, allegedly, right? So God protected him if Martell was not the sender. He protected this child to do it with Melody, where she's able to teach him something in that season of don't take people's stuff. Don't write down card numbers. That is considered stealing, blah, blah, blah. Versus Martell probably would have had that boy on the wall for 24 hours. You know what I mean? So I have to thank God still in that. He still protected this baby, whether it's true or not. Whether it's true or not. Martell, sir, put him up to it. I think he should get 20 years. Ken Clark, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, babes. What's up? What you say? He needs 20 years prison time, honey. Who sentencing him? You? You gonna put him on the stand, honey? Give him what he need, honey. 20 years in time. Um, what at Tamika Williams? I heard he introduced them to Sheree, but didn't know they went. Yes, child, they were sitting at the same table together, honey. Them kids was lined up on one side, and Sheree was right there, honey. Yes, honey, that's what it happened, Cappy. That's what I had saw, honey. That's what I had saw. Okay, Cheryl Howard says, I believe it since the fans been her support system. She needed to talk to them about it. No disrespect to Tank. Sure enough. Um, Shella B, hi, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. She's the only one who spoke this purging word regarding Tank. I love her, but I don't understand her on this one. Got you. And that's understandable. You know what I mean? A lot of people have their opinions, and a lot of people are brought up in different times, in different seasons. You know what I mean? So even if we don't understand, we just gotta be sure not to, twist the words. You know what I mean? Like, because we don't know. We missing a very important factor of that was what was the motive. We can listen to her tell us what was the motive all day. Doesn't make it true, and vice versa for Martell. We can listen all day and say, okay, this is what Martell said it was about. Or we can take our own conclusion and say, listen, your dad's a thief, so he's probably teaching you to steal from your mom because he doesn't see nothing wrong with stealing. He thinks that stealing is a part of life, right? Or we can look at it and say, okay, this child was just being a child, and maybe he just wanted the game because my child do it. She'll take every card number. My son did it before. He'll take them card numbers from me, his dad, whoever, and he wants the game because he doesn't understand weight. But until I crack down on him, and I mean crack down because I got time when you keep playing with me and my money, honey. So, until I crack down on him, now today, that's not our story. So I can look at it from at least 6 different angles and still say that I wouldn't have done it the way she did it. However, what she did was not wrong. I can just say that. I also love how you iterate the comments into your discussion. Thanks. Always, babe. Always. I'm interested in hear what you guys got to say because I can't think this thing out alone, honey. Pretty Brown Eyes says, just like you said, she told him to never write down or try to remember people's CC information. It's sometimes what you don't say. She was talking to Martell indirectly. Tank is 9. No way he knows. I'm with you. I'm with you. Tamika says, right. And he would have blamed her for that. Yes, he would have had her back in the courtroom, honey, adding that to the list, honey. She teaches her kids how to write down credit numbers that ain't hers, honey. She doesn't give them no money, honey. Then she try to make them steal money because she don't give them no money. She don't think that they deserve an allowance that even though I don't give them allowance, child, it would have been a whole nother mess, honey. A whole nother mess. Um, I say, remember, she can't say too much. Absolutely, Tanja, knowing the invincible would twist her. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Absolutely, Tangent. He will twist the words. He will make it something into nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing for something. It's just what he do. At Pretty Brown Eyes, thank you. Yeah, it's just what he do. I think this chat was a little bit, it went in another direction, which I'm very proud of. I wasn't even expecting to even get the insight that I have gotten, but you guys are amazing as always. I don't know that Mel needs to share parenting techniques on social media. Miss Ann, it's a true fact. It's unfortunate that her life is surrounded by social media, that sometimes we don't get to think it through what we should share and what we shouldn't share. We just go for it like, oh, let them. Because I'm telling you, I didn't even think that far ahead to where it went to and where it's at now. I'm like, oh God, you know what I mean? Like maybe I should take mine down, even though I feel like, mine was strictly pointing to, I thought it was a good lesson. You guys all pointing stuff out to me and it made my box open up. But originally I didn't even think that far ahead. So I'm with you, we have to be able to decipher what's good for social media and what's not. Right? Difference in generations does change things. Absolutely. We've all been disciplined and disciplined children for things sneaky. That's how they learn. Absolutely, Kathy. We better get them before they get us, honey, or somebody teaching something on the street, honey. You got to tell them kids, honey, if you was on the street and you would have tucked somebody's stuff that wasn't yours, honey, they might have blew your head off, honey. And that's the kind of talks you got to have because you from a hood that I was from, okay, listen, tuck somebody's stuff that don't belong to you. You won't have the hands that you put into somebody's pocketbooks. You won't have a head that mastermind you to think that you should have put your hand, you should have thought this thing out to rob somebody or take something from somebody. Honey, you will learn real fast messing around with the hood I'm from, honey. Veronica says, hello, what's good? Hi, Veronica. How are you, babes? Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. 73 in the chat. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. If you guys do not have my email, it's healingwithchar@gmail.com. You guys are more than welcome to send me anything you dare I'm going to work on my PO box this week. I'm going to work on my merchandise at least for the next 3 weeks. So we should have that out. I now have my super chats available. I have my badges available. My Cash App is somewhere in the description box. Not because you got to send me nothing, just because it's there. No pressure, baby. No pressure. But I appreciate you guys so far. You guys are amazing. And I can't say thank you enough for where you guys have brought me from. Sometimes I look back at the chat and I think about all the input and the views. And I just say, Lord, you are awesome. You are amazing. If you guys are not following me on Facebook, if you don't love Jesus, do not go over there. But if you want a little bit more Jesus, I am on Facebook as Healthy Living with Char. I do live interviews for people that has been through some stuff. Either they've been through some stuff, the experience didn't make them or break them. They've learned how to live past it, because just because the experience has happened, you don't have to die with the circumstances. So that's what I teach over there on Facebook, Instagram. I give small clippings of that. My name over there is also Healthy Living with Char. Come check me out. Come check me out. I want to be able to grow all 3 platforms doing what I do best. This is my second ministry, but my first ministry belongs to God. And I like to keep that as the forefront. If you don't want to know him, don't go over there. You will be disappointed. Stay right on over here with my messy self, honey. Stay right on over here. Joyce says, checking in from H Town. Hey, Joyce, how are you? Hey, Shar. Hey, checkmates. What's up? Make it do what it do. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Let's see. Fortunately, Tank is a beautiful kid, absolutely inside and out. The poor kid has a burden of carrying the name Martell Holt. Absolutely, we gotta be careful what we name our children behind these no good people, honey. Yes, everybody can't be a junior and shouldn't be a junior, honey. Some people don't deserve that, honey, because they carrying the weight automatically, honey. It's an automatic loaded situation, honey, because this person come with all these wounds and bruises and all that stuff, honey, and then you gotta have that child carrying it around. It's a no, thank you, honey. My son is a junior, honey. And let me tell you something, honey. Let me tell you something. I am a praying woman, honey. I pray over my baby nonstop. What you saying, honey? What you saying? Because, his dad quick to be like, you just like me. No, the hell he ain't, honey. Not on his worst day. He ain't nothing like you, honey. But he's an amazing kid, and he's going to stay where God created him to be. And that junior don't mean nothing. It don't have no weight over here. So I pray over that demon and that thing that sits on the outskirts of my baby, honey. So I understand it. I understand it, Miss Ann. Okay, you guys are speaking. Facebook is like the Florida of social media. Honey, Naomi, they be having me crazy over there, honey. Listen, okay? It's a whole nother world over there, honey. It's another cutthroat world, honey. Don't get over there and start flourishing, honey. They might come in and start reporting and girl, listen. Naomi, you right about it, honey. You right about it. Yes, Miss Ann, the divorce is so public. All those kids need an extra layer of protection with social media in the public. Absolutely. My kids are so popular on on Instagram. They don't usually use Facebook that much, but my boys are so popular on social media. They can probably go and build anybody's platform for free. That's how popular they are. But they don't take advantage of it. They just very humble children. They just do what they do and do their football thing, and that's it. But it's man, I pray for them because they're so in tune. So when they go through so much different stuff and from the sports and stuff like that, I'm the one behind the scenes praying, because social media will make you feel like you're not supposed to go through a drought. You're not supposed to have situations. You're not supposed to, be told no. No, that's not what that means. I don't give a dang on how popular you are on social media. A no is still awaiting you in your path. You know what I mean? We pray that you get all yeses, but reality says that you will get some no's along the way, right? So we have to be careful. And I'm a praying woman, so I constantly pray for the things that my children cannot see before it even happens. So they wonder why they didn't hit that bump, because I prayed that bump out the way before it even formed, okay? Because that's what kind of person I am, you know what I mean? So even now in our different segment of life, the Lord, I was already a high school mother, but now God is showing me how to be a college mother. So I asked Lord, what kind of woman of a college mother do you want me to be? Because I've already mastered how to do school age, right? Middle school, now high school. So now I'm this college mother, which is an unfamiliar place, because this is my first section of kids that went to college. So not only am I excited about them going, but Lord, help me to be a protector without overbearing, right? To help me to be protector without overbearing, to help me to understand the different sequences, right? And to also to let me to back off, because I don't want to overdo it so much where they miss their voice. They miss the opportunity to say, Mom, you know what? I'm not feeling this. Mom, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. So that's a whole nother segment, guys. But listen, I wanted to also say on Facebook, I'll be over there tomorrow. So if I come from here, I'll remind you guys that I'll be over there on Facebook tomorrow, talking about something similar to this topic, but not surrounded about the skirts of Melody and Martell, but still of the light that we see people in that they don't deserve. That's actually the topic. If you want to make sense to it, I'm gonna give it from another perspective over there on Facebook tomorrow night. So you guys will see me over there if you are subscribed. So support. But I'll be here tomorrow as well, and I'll come back later on also. Kathy says, yes, Miss Ann, this divorce is so public. All those kids need an extra layer. Oh, we read that. Okay. Um, have you checked out Rumble? Is that for me, Tanja? Because I haven't. Rumble has a lot of Christian and free speech content. No, I didn't. I had to go check it out. I don't listen to I love slow jams, but at a very low point in my life, slow jams told me that I lived in a world that did not exist. It gave me a false reality. So I removed slow jams and all that stuff from my playlist. So I only listen to gospel music. There's nothing wrong with other kind of music, but if it sends me to a negative space or some type of sinning is involved, I had to back the hell out willingly. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to go back to where God delivered me from. Right. So I don't listen to stuff like that, but I gotta go check it out. So my point in mentioning that, Tanja, is I put a lot of things into me, deposit into me that will be able to build me as the young lady that God created me to be, versus dishing out more than I can even phantom. Okay. Never heard of it. I heard of Tumblr. Okay, you heard of Tumblr though. I got you. Tank was happy showing the games and didn't look offended at all what his mother said, considering Martell has tried to drag Mel on social media many times. Absolutely, Cheryl. Absolutely. Rumble is like YouTube and Telegram. It's like Instagram. Okay. I had to check it out. Correction, Telegram like Twitter. I got you, babes. I got you. Betty, hi, welcome are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the chat, babes. Welcome to the chat, because I ain't sleep with you last night. I ain't sleep with you last night. Listen, guys, you guys are amazing. I love you all. Follow me on Facebook at Healthy Living with Char. Instagram is Healthy Living with Char. I'm here on YouTube as Healing with Char. Come check me out. If you don't want to know Jesus, don't take yourself over there. You will be disappointed. However, that is my first ministry, so I'm always going to rep Jesus first, honey. And everything after that comes second, honey. Thank you all for your support. You have landed this far. If you need to email me, it's healingwithchar@gmail.com. My cash app is $ healing with Char. Let's see. We got super chats. We got badges. We got merchandise being worked on. We got a whole lot of stuff going over here with the checkmates, honey. Check it out in the description box. I'm tired of going down the list. Listen, I know. I blew somebody's mind today. It isn't something that you wanted to hear. It isn't something that you wanted to accept. And it wasn't something you're ready to digest. However, in life, you must make a choice. And you have to make sure that you can take what you're dishing out. You have to make sure that the words you are not twisting cannot cost you a sleepless night, honey. Do 4 things for me. As a matter of fact, let's do 5 today, honey. Let's do 5. Meet me in the comment section if you aren't already there. Hit the like button, turn your notifications on, and subscribe. Be sure to share as well, guys. Share, 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 so other people can know I'm over here doing what I do best, honey. Checking it down as I see it, honey, with a pure heart. Do what I do. I'll see you guys later. Bye.